yung may nagsabi kanina, no? So, sabi ni Daniel Goleman, the father of emotional intelligence, if your emotional abilities aren't in hand, if you don't have self-awareness, which napag-usapan natin kanina, if you are not able to manage your distressing emotions, if you can't have empathy and have effective relationships, then no matter how smart you are, you're not going to get very far. So, how do you think managing emotions affects your business? Whether that's related to yourself or related to your clients or related to your UMs, for example, how do you think managing emotions affects your business? Let's see you guys answer that in the chat now. Paano nakaka-apekto yung emotional management sa inyong business? Does anyone have any guesses? You can type it in the chat. We want to see your answers. Yep, decision making, Nina. Thank you so much for sharing. Sabi ni JV, energy. Totoo yan. Kasi according to Tim Ferriss, the author of 4-Hour Work Week, which is actually going to be implemented soon in the Philippines, as I saw in the social media, sabi niya, we have 3 currencies in life. Hindi lang pera ang ating currency. We also have time and energy. Ang ibig sabihin nun, these 3 things, well, yung dalawa doon sa tatlong currency na yan, pwedeng ma-replenish. Yung money and yung energy, pwedeng ma-replenish yan. Pero yung time, once you lose it, pwedeng hindi mo na maibabalik yan. So time is actually our scarcest, most precious resource. Someone from Team Jenna says, separating professional responsibilities to your personal insight. Yeah, that's right. So, and Jerome from Team Chris says, it affects motivation, inspiration, and doing what are necessary. That is true. Kasi sometimes, we can be too hard on ourselves naman. Pagka hindi natin namimit yung mga quota natin, kapag hindi natin nagagawa yung mga supposed to be na kailangan natin gawin para maging productive yung araw natin, we can be too hard on ourselves sometimes. We are our worst critic. And when that happens, nahihirapan na tayong mag-continue in our progress because nagiging self-critical na tayo. Let's continue. Okay, here's the science of emotions. Unknown to many, our brain actually has an emotional part. It's called the amygdala. Nasa gitna yan ng brain natin. And if you guys can see in this illustration, nagsisimula lahat ng mga stimuli, lahat ng mga situations sa emotional part ng brain natin. And nag-shortcut siya. Iniisip ng brain natin, is it useful, is it rewarding, or is it not useful, or is it a threat? This could also refer to people. For example, sometimes we make impressions of people based on the way they talk, the way they look, sometimes the way they smell too. Kasi pag may body odor, pag may bad breath, for example, diba? So parang, is this person good for me? Something like that. So it actually goes to the amygdala first, the emotional part of the brain, before it goes to the thinking brain. And then it actually affects our decisions and behavior. So ito yung science ng emotion natin. So dapat aware tayo kung ano yung naiisip natin and that we should manage what we are thinking because, guys, we tend to overthink a lot. Nakita ko to sa sagot kanina sa chat, no? Yung sometimes hindi naman lahat ng iniisip natin about situations and about people are true. For example, iniisip natin na itong taong to siguro ang iniisip sa akin ay hindi ako magaling or hindi ako trustworthy or something like that. Pero minsan kasi mali yun eh. Alam mo yun? So we have to be careful about that and we have to also base our decisions on facts and not just our thoughts kasi they're not always right. Our thoughts can be deceiving sometimes. Our thoughts and our emotions are not facts. Let's remember that, guys.